Hey, welcome into the Toronto Blues franchise. What we're going to do real quick and what I wanted to do is the very first week of the third season with the Toronto Blues. We're coming off a Super Bowl win, a surprise Super Bowl win. We went into the playoffs. As a matter of fact, let's just take a look. We went into the playoffs at 10-7, wild card. We did win our division, so we were the 4 seed. So we got to play one home game, and then we went on the road. And surprisingly, and in a very sound thrashing of the Browns, we won 31-3. League MVP was Lamar Jackson. Coach of the Year was Sean McDermott. These teams had way better records than we did, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think the Browns were either the 6th seed or possibly the 7th seed. And you can see MVP was Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year was Lamar Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson was Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, these are the AFC, NFC representatives for the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Luther Burden with the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals really needed a help at wide receiver, right? And then Shamar James, our very own Shamar James for the Blues, was Defensive Rookie of the Year. So you can see Cam Ward, our rookie quarterback, was the Super Bowl MVP, and this was the very first win for the Blues, even though their predecessors, the Panthers, I believe, had been to one Super Bowl previously. So that's where we're at there after the off season and after some moves. This is our roster. So Cam Ward comes back for his second season, 85 overall currently. Then he is backed up by rookie. I can't remember his name. Something McAllister. We'll look at it real quick here. Darren McAllister, who happens to be 6'6", 236 pounds, rookie out of Connecticut. Granted, he's only a 68 overall, but still, that's not bad, right? And in preseason, he did actually look pretty good. And he was a lot more mobile. I mean, granted, even though the second archetype that he has there is Scrambler, he was a lot more mobile than I was expecting. Hey, maybe another Cam Newton in the making. Running back, Nick Singleton and Jonathan Brooks are back with, I believe, our rookie, Justin McPhee. So let's just take a look at this one real quick here. Um, if we look at awards, he was our sixth round pick 32 in the sixth round. So we got lucky with that one. We did get a boost on him in training because I think he ended up being a 74 or 73 overall when we got him. And then we did get a couple of boosts during preseason for him. Travis Hunter is our wide receiver, and when we go into the games, we will probably set him in as the third corner. So when the second corner goes into the slot, uh, then Hunter will come out and play the boundary for us. We might even put him in as a slot corner, but I think I really want to keep him out on the boundary. So right now, as you can see, Jahan Dotson is our second receiver and slot receiver, with Quez Watkins as our third, along with Jimmy Horn Jr. And then Gabe Jackson. I don't think his name is Gabe. George. George Jackson. He is a rookie. And Actually, we signed him off of the waiver wire, brought him to the team. We did not draft him. Let's see. I could be wrong. To tell you the truth, I do not remember drafting this guy. He was drafted with the seventh round pick. Maybe we did. I don't remember drafting him. Maybe we did, and we stumbled across him, and we're like, nope, we can't do anything. He's getting boosted up though to 76, just based on a couple of things. At tight end, we got Okonkwo. I took Johnny Wilson and we moved him out to tight end along with Brevin Jordan. And then Granson is our fullback, converted from tight end. And then we do have Percy Lewis, second year, guy out of Auburn. He was on our line all last year and basically has been developing for us. He will be at right tackle. And one of the things that you'll see here is that Iko Makwanu is actually positioned on our team as the right tackle, but he's playing left, and he'll probably keep playing there until one of these two guys can, finish developing and take over, right? I don't think our long-term plans are with him at tackle. He could move inside, but right now we currently have one of the strongest linemen that we have here. Uh, I cannot remember his name, Nathan Moody. It could be something. Natani Moody, right? But if you look at his overall, he's 96 strength normally, and then he's getting a boost up to 98. So he's one of the strongest linemen we have. And then rookie Dre Wheeler will be filling in, and I believe, yeah, he was our, I want to say, holy cow, I got to work on his body type there. I didn't realize it was that small. Well, we might as well do it since I got it right here. I really hate, and as at first I thought it was kind of just laziness on the part of the person that puts together it is technically it is kind of laziness, right? Because what it is you didn't go in and check your body types. Madden doesn't do a good job of doing all the body types correctly. And so what you end up with is someone looking like they're completely emaciated for that position. So this guy and Dre Willer, and what I wanted to go in and check, he was either our first or second round pick, I believe. Don't get me wrong, I could be wrong about that. Yep, he was our pick at the end of the first round. Uh, we just couldn't when it got to us, we were like, "Yep, nope, we need help on the line." Even though we have a few people that I am kind of stuck with, we're stuck with Lewis, right? Frazier is kind of in the works of, is his second year. He is in the works of getting to the starting position, but when we saw Natani Muti was out there with this strength, we were like, okay. And then right now, I do have Damian Lewis kind of as the backup, with Frazier as basically the third string, right? So, but we are looking and hoping for good things, right? And with the issues with Madden and the way the offensive line blocks for the player as opposed to the way it blocks for CPU, it's hard and it's hard to even say I want to invest heavily in the offensive line because no matter who you put up there, no matter how good they're supposed to be, they could be 90s overall across the in front of the whole line, and they will leak like a sieve. They can't block to save their lives, run or pass block. That is, and no matter how much you turn it up, and I've actually at some point turned pass blocking up to 65, along with run blocking up to 65. Still, no push and just tons of penetration by the defense coming through. So it's really hard to, your quarterback has to be basically his head has to be on a swivel and he has to be able to move around. But there's no way. I want to say most of my games, there's at least six, seven, eight, 9 sacks on the quarterback, on the PC quarterback, the player control quarterback, or my player control team quarterback. And it's constant. And it doesn't matter who the other team is, they get constant pressure and penetration. And I think that's a flaw in Madden. And there's no matter what the settings are, it's always coming through that way. So you can set, I mean, any of the settings you don't want to keep changing and moving and modifying because then it starts to become a detriment to your own team. So it's it's tough. So again, it's a work in progress, but we know one thing. No matter how many people, how many superstars you get across in this line, it's there's still always going to be constant pressure and they're not going to be very good. And then the running back has to overcome the lack of holes. I mean, there'll be some holes. It seems like the win rate is roughly around 20 to 30%. So 20 to 30% of the plays, there's going to be a hole for at least 3 to 5, 6 yards, right? Very rare you're going to get maybe two, and then maybe that's true. That's maybe that, but that's to me it seems a little low. Win rate should be about 40, 45% of the time. You should be able to at least open a hole past the line of scrimmage. And if you look at it, you probably see that roughly 30, 40% of the plays are at the line of scrimmage or behind for run plays. And then the quarterback with someone in their face or close to them is about 60% of the plays, right? And then there's just those 3, 4 plays every game that the quarterback is just he's on his back pedal and there's 2, 3 defensive linemen right there. And then the quarterback has does nothing. Just eats the ball, but doesn't eat it until they're about 10 to 12 yards back. And it's like throw it away. Throw it away off your back foot, something. Do something, right? But and it's like the animation is just locked and it's the most ridiculous thing to see and it's so frustrating to see that. And even Lamar Jackson, it happened to him 3 times in the playoff sim that I did. 3 times. At least 3 that I remember where he was sacked 8, 9 times in that game. And I'm like, no, no. If he gets sacked that many times, it's because somebody was lucky enough to tackle him before he got back to the line of scrimmage when he's scrambling around. 3, 4 sacks, okay. 8, 9 times, no, no, that's ridiculous. So, and then it was a constant thing, and I'm like, their offensive line is better than that. So defense, play a 4-3 defense. Uh, this is going to change a little bit. Maybe it won't, because you got Derek Brown still basically my one technique in anchoring the line. Tafuna we picked up. So he's a free agent that we picked up. We got Stackhouse, we got Cross, and Siona Ika. So we've been working on him, trying to get him better. He got a +2 bump there. Uh, Odafe Owe, we brought in, and same with Ojabo. So I guess we kind of stole these guys right out of we didn't steal them, but we got them in free agency. Uh, Barkley is our rookie, you see, and he's basically backing up both sides. And then you got Barno, right? We couldn't get rid of Barno just yet. That speed just too much. So as I was saying, we have our rookie Harden, and then we have Oladukan or Oladokin or Oladukin out of what is it? Bowling Green, I believe, or something like that. I can't remember. Bowling Green. And he was with us last season, and you see, he basically we worked him, built him up, and now he's even star dev. And so, funny enough, we did draft a rookie, and we couldn't pass him up how where he was at, and all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, is he? I don't even know how we know he's superstar, or did we pick him up? How did we draft him? Let's see real quick here. Undrafted, undrafted, and he's superstar. I'm like, how are you superstar? Now, full disclosure, I think he was like a 74 overall, and then we bumped him to like 76, 77, and then he's got a couple of in just during the preseason, a couple more bumps. But I was like, you're not gonna be a 73 or 74 overall and be superstar. So I had to bump him up a little bit just because that's a waste. That's just I gotta be honest with you. I don't. You can't be that low overall and be a superstar talent. There's no way. And then the other alternative was, well, I gotta take it away from you. But I'm like, no, screw it. We'll just leave you. And then you got Joshua Williams. We got him in free agency. We brought him over. Uh, yeah. And then Ja'Cory and Bennett. We had him for 2 seasons now, and he he was on the practice squad, so at least he made the team. We did a little shuffle. James is over at the on the at left outside linebacker. Trevin Wallace is our middle linebacker, and then we moved Isaiah Simmons in from strong safety to right outside linebacker. We picked up Edrin Cooper in a trade, and we were like, yeah, we'll take that. So we got Brandon Smith and Edrin Cooper as our backups. Uh, Malachi Starks, we got in another trade, and yeah, we traded away a couple individuals, and it was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna refuse him. And as you can see, we moved him into the free safety, and that's why Marquise Bell got moved over to strong safety. And then we have Ashton Davis, who actually, to tell you the truth, is playing out of position. And then we got Derek Forrest. So in truth, we have three free safeties really, and then Marquise Bell. I figured I wanted to put him here, and then in the nickel, it's hard. It's honestly hard to figure out which of the three comes off of the field for in nickel package, right? But I think the idea is the better pass protector or pass defender will be on in nickel. And then it's hard to keep Edrin Cooper out. I mean, we have more linebackers than we need or should have because I mean, Brandon Smith is still doing just fine, right? He would have been tell you the truth, we didn't need Cooper or Simmons at linebacker, we would have been fine right across with James playing as where he was last year at right outside linebacker, Smith at left, and then, Rush in his second year as the backup to Trevin Wallace. But we couldn't pass up. I couldn't say no to Edgerrin Cooper, and and I couldn't say no to Starks, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Then I just didn't want to. I didn't get rid of Bell. I said, well, I can move Bell, I can move him, and then tell you the truth, I have the makings, and if I really wanted to, I have the makings of switching to a 3-4, right? Because I could have Wallace and basically I got too many linebackers still, even at a 3-4, right? Because these would be my outside linebackers right here, because that's what they were. So yeah, it's crazy. Um, we got Ryan Patterson and then Matt Ariza as our specialist, and then we're gonna let Jalen White in his second year continue running, and it's mainly because he's just got tons of speed, and he's got 91 kick return, so we ain't not messing with that. And then wait, there we go, special teams, and then of course Travis Hunter is going to be our punt returner for a minute and see how that goes. So slot Oladukan and then Wade, right? And we'll see. Now, the one shortcoming of Madden is this. So in game, when you actually go into the game, for corner and slot, while you're in the game, you can set a receiver like Travis Hunter into the slot position or into the corner position, right? Here, it's not available. And then if we had left Travis Hunter as the corner, we could not put him in the slot or wide receiver in game or in the lineup. Here's our practice squad real quick. So we got Cross and Boone as our running backs. This guy was sitting out there, and you can see uh, Adonai Mitchell. So AD Mitchell was sitting out there on a waiver wire, and I was like, nope, we'll put him on the practice squad, right? And then we have these two, White and Sturdivant, and then a magic, yeah, whatever his name is. He was sitting out on waiver wire, so we brought him in. Rose, Gilmore. Gilmore was on our team, but like I said, we had to figure out something. And then, don't get me wrong, he is a player of the future for us. Maybe we just have to get away from some of those players we're locked into those contracts for. Creighton, Abrams. I couldn't think of, and then it's funny because he's even higher rated than Sioki Aka, or I can't even think of his name. Um, but there's the tag for Sione was future starter, and I was like, oh. And then I couldn't find a trade partner, or I said, let's just see, and I might find a trade partner and bring Abrams back onto the team. And then Trice we found on the waiver wire after after the preseason games were done, and then I believe the same with Lambert, right? So we brought in a couple extra things. Real quick here, before we move to getting the game started. So what I'm talking about right here is, and then hey, I would love nothing more if the most recent update changed this. But if you go to wide receiver, you can put quarterbacks in at wide receiver, right? You can put your tight end in at wide receiver. But that's it. That's all you can do. Come down here, corner. This is all you can do. So in your lineup, this is all you can do. Slot receiver. Slot receiver, you can even put your running backs in at slot. Can't do your quarterbacks, but you can put your running backs into the slot. Slot corner. No. So it's kind of like, but in game, the receivers are available to you, right? So then we can move Travis Hunter in there. In game, though, nothing changes for the wide receiver or slot receiver spot. But did you notice the difference here? For regular straight up receiver, you can't use running backs. But for slot, you can use the running backs. So the thing is, though, if you can do it in game, you should be able to do it here. So I'm not sure of the logic or reasoning as to why it's not allowed, but that's the one thing there too. So that's just another wonky thing that you find, right? So here we are with the opening week of the season. We did hire our scouts. Let's just take a look at the prospects that are the top 50 real quick here. Uh, this is a list that we did download, right? So what's cool is right now your top five. Jeremiah Smith, I've heard his name quite a bit in these in the draft talks this year, in real life. How once he becomes available, he's going to be one of the top prospects out there, and so it just makes sense that yeah, he's the top prospect on this list. Same with Ryan Williams out of Alabama. And then you got Rayola out of Nebraska, Arch Manning out of Texas, and Stewart out of South Carolina. I don't know much about Stewart. Uh, Noah Neary, I don't know much about him yet. As you can see, this is the one thing that bugs me to no end. Here is when you put together a list, it's like I'd say you have two options, three options really. One is to put the name in the way it's supposed to. If you're putting together this list, that means you're looking these folks up. That means you have the information in front of you. If Madden doesn't accept the name, put the initial. I don't know the reasoning or the mindset behind, well, just put in, the number sign or the hashtag there. I don't get it, right? Because if his name was Sean, and not saying that is it, but if his name was Sean, we kind of have an idea of what his name's supposed to be. Put the S there. If you don't know how to spell it, which is the other reason why you wouldn't put it there, put, if his name is Shadur and you don't know how to spell Shadur, you can either misspell it, or if Madden won't take it, you could try to phonetically spell it so that Madden would take it, or you could just put an S. We know who Shadur Sanders is. This guy here, Harbor, most people are going to know who Harbor is, by the time, for the draft, right? Especially if you follow college football. I don't know, but if it's like Xavier and you don't know how to spell it, put an X. At that point, we can make something up, but at least there's a letter there instead of this little BS of a thing. So now I have to go in and clean it up. I can go research it and see if I can put it in there, but it's just extra work. You're providing something and it's like, but you're providing something half-assed. That is literally my take on it. And I know it's not going to be a popular thought, but we've gotten too far to the point where doing something halfway is okay and accepted. It's like it is not. If you're going to do it, do it. And I know I don't have room to talk because there's been videos that I put out where the sound has been bad and it's like, God dang it, you know, and I feel bad about it and I tried to either go back and fix it or, some I've actually taken videos down because it was so bad. But this, I think, is completely avoidable because it is a choice on your part to do so. And then if you say, well, I uploaded it with the correct name in there and then Madden did this, check your work, and then I'm thinking at some point you would have got the feedback that, hey, what happened to the names? Right? You know what the names are. Put in don't upload it with the names that Madden's going to strike out. So I'm off my high horse. This one here, right? So look at that. That just it kills me. So back to it. So this is our list with the players for 2027 draft. Uh, our goal this season is to make it back to the playoffs. Is it to win the Super Bowl? Well, it's always going to be that every year, but right now you get back to the dance and you see what happens. And we got on a streak. I don't know what happened. And there is our team. And we're going to be facing the Eagles. And just real quick here, uh, you can only look. Dang it! You can only look at a team. It'd be nice if you can switch your team in the adjusted lineup look, but you can't. So here, so they still have AJ Brown, Barkley, Jalen Hurts, and Smith. So they have their top four offensive players. They got Mulata back, Jalen Carter. How did the NFL ever let them get their hands on Jalen Carter? That was just malpractice there. Goddard is back, Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. You can see I think their first rookie is Kevin Sewell, and he's the center. So I'm thinking it didn't work out for them with the other one. Yeah, Jurgens. Yeah, looked like they said, well, hey, we got to replace him. 82. Wow, that's pretty good for a lineman. Rookie Evan Stewart just replenishing 96 speed. Whoa. Uh, Zach Bond just out of nowhere, just a player and a half. Mekhi Becton, huge guard. Jordan Davis is kind of is can he be considered a bust at this point? Freak athlete coming in and just not just not doing it. Could be the system, could be the team he's with. Raheem Sanders. Like, you needed any more help after, uh, yeah, Nolan Smith. I really like Ringo. So, you know, hope he succeeds. And then another rookie, Carlos Williamson. Terrell Anderson is backing up. Holy cow. Tyler Warren, really? Like they just like they you needed another tight end? And then Billy Bowman. All right. So that's who we'll be facing. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll get stuck into the game. Uh and that's about it. You probably be no commentary during the game, just letting it flow. All right. Well, once again, everybody remember, if you're enjoying this, just remember to leave a like, a comment, and it really would help the channel out if you do it, leave a subscribe, you know? Go ahead and give it a subscribe. It's free and it's very much appreciated. All right, we'll we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again. And here comes the game. All right.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Blues on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate it.
And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. Over the middle, he has a cockroach. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Blues are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Here's Hurts to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They work now on 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. This now a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Brown goes in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. A run out of the gun with Brooks. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
6, baby. Get 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. They'll try again. And this time he's in for the touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now Now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out here with the option left. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Get 6, baby! Get 6!
Back to throw. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded at the 33. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And he's brought down. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Don't let us down. Sound like we can freeze the defense.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Blues are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to get away. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying.
Now a hit and a loose football. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa, a big test for the Bucs at home as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. David Ojabo now with his second sack here on opening night. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. The throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Blues offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Ojabo in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Hurts. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This short throw caught by Goddard. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on now is the punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. They'll run forward Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll set up a throw. Man open left side is Brown. From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Hurts will throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. It brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. A good pickup there at 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third and goal. They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Brown. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
That is caught, and he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll look to throw again. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Flush to his right. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Toronto, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener.